I don't know if I can carry it. It's so heavy.
Jessica called me to have honeybees removed from under her shed floor. She told me she was thinking about doing the removal herself and wanted to keep the bees. I loved her do-it-yourself attitude, but was worried she didn't have enough experience to do it alone. This is how we removed the bees from her shed floor. Here are my most used tools for shed floor relocations. Large eye hook, rubber bands, queen cage, safety glasses, serrated knife, 5-in-1, and a honeybee repellent oil.
Easy pour.
To get the floor open, I use a small circular saw, a multi-tool, and a drill. When the outside temperature matches the inside temperature of a beehive, your thermal camera is useless, leaving me to guess their location. Usually, they're between the floor joists right where their entry point is.
I love shed floors. All right.
Using an eye hook allows me to easily pull up the floor without hurting the bees. This has been a game changer for me. I want my cuts to be as straight as possible, so I use a paint pen to mark the area. I cut inside of the floor joist so the homeowner can make an easy repair. Once the final cut was done, the heavy board shifted and I knew we were in business. You will instantly know the temperament of a beehive once the floor is cracked open. Using a little smoke will help keep them distracted during their departure. Be careful not to use too much because they will run the queen off of the comb. I use the repellent oil around the beehive to keep the bees from moving further into the shed. Doing that can save you hours of hunting for a queen. Lifting up a beehive attached to plywood can be extremely heavy, weighing anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds. Be prepared to come up with a creative way to move it, especially if you're a smaller woman like myself.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can carry it. It's so heavy. All right. Okay, ready? Muster the strength. Oh my God.
Holding a board with an entire beehive attached is what I live for, and somehow I always manage to pick it up.
Trying not to squish the bees on the other side. I can tell right away that they're nice because the way that they're clearing out of the way, if they were aggressive bees, they would be in my face biting me. I can tell they recently swarmed. There might not be a queen, but they are fanning and having behavior like there is a queen. But this behavior here, how they've just like moved off the comb, out of the way, this is gentle genetic behavior. I think there will be a queen. I just feel like they're not like, they don't have that queenless behavior going on. Let's grab some right here.
When honeybees are queenless, they will be easily agitated and their movements will be erratic. You will notice that they have a louder buzzing sound. I could see that these bees were calm, moving in an organized manner and fanning pheromones. This indicates the queen is close by.
There's the queen! She's going back down. She just came up. Maybe she'll come back up. There's the queen. Look at her just out on the edge. Wow, that's so cool.
Is that her? Oh.
She just went back down. This is a drone. You can hold a drone. They don't have a stinger.
Oh.
I can see that this is a young queen because of her slender body and quick movements.
She's a flyer.
Seeing a younger queen confirms that
She's
this
so young
colony
still.
recently swarmed and she could fly away very easily. I pick up the queen by her back legs, making sure not to squish her, then quickly put her inside of a cage so she doesn't escape. I place 3 holes into the tape so the bees can easily chew out the queen in a couple of days.
Just to kind of bait them and then we'll move her.
The queen can be used as bait to get the rest of the bees to move into their new home.
So they're fanning. You can hear it starting to get louder. So they smell the pheromones she's releasing. These girls are fanning the pheromone. They'll eventually all turn around and face this way and fan her pheromone this way. So then these girls will get the signal and come in. Got some honey. Okay, are you ready? Fresh honey from your shed floor.
That was a good bite.
You like it?
Ah.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
It's a little fermented, I think. Do you taste it?
Cherry chewy.
Yeah.
The comb.
Yes. You want another bite?
Yeah, it's really good.
Let me catch your drippings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go, for your kids.
Oh my god. I think I got a good piece. It's just dripping all over my hands. Like, this is so awesome.
Here's more.
Look at that. That's a big chunk. Look at this. I can't believe how much honey.
So, do you see here? If you look, see the bubbles? That means it's fermented. You see the bubbles in it? So it's turning into alcohol.
I always offer the homeowner the honey if I know the bees were not sprayed with pesticides. I do not strap honey inside of the hive because it is too heavy and it can hurt the bees. If the homeowner turns down the honey, I will feed it back to the bees once they are settled in at the apiary. I can see that the bees have found their queen and are moving into their new home. Now I can place the queen cage on a frame using rubber bands so she is secure inside of the hive.
But smoke will do several things. It will move them out of your way. It will cover up their pheromones. That's how they talk to each other. They don't have ears, so they talk through pheromones and dancing. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that was how
Waggle
they talk.
dance. Yeah. So this will cover up an alarm pheromone. So they'll release an alarm pheromone. It smells just like banana candy. If you smell banana candy, you know you're in trouble. Now I just want to say, I want to put it out there because I don't want to like mislead you guys. Like you see, we're not wearing protective gear. They're being really nice. It's not always this way. As they grow, they're going to become more protective of this box. You may not be able to be this close to them without protective gear on, especially your children. Just always keep that in the back of your mind because, you know, when you get stung 5, 6, 10 times in the face, it can be problematic.
Because of the bees' recent swarm, there was no brood to strap into frames. I decided to take 1 frame's worth of comb so they have something to get started with. I cut the comb to size and used rubber bands to hold the comb in place. Over the next couple of weeks, the bees will patch up the comb with wax and chew the rubber bands off, then carry them out the front door. I always get a kick out of seeing a little pile of chewed up rubber bands on the ground. It's important to clear out the remaining bees that are inside of the shed. You can use smoke or repellent oil to do this. Placing the bee box next to their old entrance will ensure to get all of the returning foraging bees. I don't like to leave any BBs behind. I would usually come back at night to pick them up, but Jessica has decided to keep the bees and provide honey for her family and continue to pollinate the neighborhood. A relocation like this one would cost between $400 and $500 for the homeowner. But thanks to beaks like you, I am able to do many jobs for free now. Please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to save the bees and create content for you.